A new documentary addresses the ongoing use of Native American imagery in the world of sports, both the professional and amateur level.
That to me is not honoring somebody, that to me is demeaning.
It is utterly unidimensional. They're warriors, they're braves in breech claws, rather than Native peoples as they were even then, and certainly are now.
We have suffered at the hands of a federal government who essentially wanted to annihilate every single one of us.
Imagining the Indian, the fight against Native American mascotting explores the push to change mascot names and more. Aviva Kempner is one of the producers and directors of the film, and she joins us now live. Aviva, thanks for being with us.
Good morning.
My pleasure.
So
I was just saying, I was just in your city last week, and now I'm working on my third film to do with Chicago. So
wow.
I love your city.
Oh, well, wonderful. Well, speaking of our city, we're familiar with this imaging with the Chicago Blackhawks, and I'm wondering, we've had a lot of change of teams over the years. We've had the Washington Commanders switch their mascot, the Cleveland Guardians. Where do we stand with other NFL and other professional sports teams changing mascots?
Well, you know, we've been working on this film for several years, and when we started, Washington still had its insidious name, and so did Cleveland. But sometimes it's good that a documentary film takes so long to finish, because at least we can count on 2 victories. There's 3 professional teams. You're reporting about the NFL draft, and Kansas City won first place with their horrible name. So there's a big fight going on in Kansas City. And then, of course, Atlanta with their, not only their name, but the whole deal with the chop. And then, of course, in Chicago. As a matter of fact, we have 2 very strong interviewees in the film. Anthony Temez, who's just won the 17th District Police District chair, and also Angela Walden, who's the assistant director of diversity at the University of Illinois, who are both very eloquent, talking about how change has to happen in Chicago. But it's not just these 3 teams. There's almost 2,000 names all over America. And that's what the map showed.
That's talking like high school level sports?
Junior high.
Yeah.
But what's exciting is, let me just finish one thing. We're getting requests to bring the film. We just got one in Tennessee where a bunch of local kids want to change the name. I just got one out of Boston. We have someone in the film that changed the name in Cooperstown. We have the ski resort that changed their name. So we're hoping with the film and also all the activism among Native American tribes, who actually, it was casino tribes in California that supported the making of this film, as well as a very generous local couple in Chicago, Jessica and Steve Sarowitz, that the film will be a vehicle for change.
So, Aviva, you have heard the argument, I'm sure, many, many times, usually from non-Native Americans, that this is a tribute and an honor. What is the argument against that?
Well, in the film, it must have been said about 10 times. It is not an honor. It is not a tribute. It's really an insult. And I have to say that I'm Jewish and I'm a child of Holocaust survivor. My co-director is Native American Cheyenne. But just the whole look in the stadium in Atlanta with the chop, to me, reminds me of a Nazi rally. It just is not welcoming. And there are so many other names you can choose, and time again, and we have, including the Secretary of Interior, Deb Haaland, we have museum heads, cultural leaders in the Native American community saying, this is not an honor. You have to hear us. And this is really insulting. So with that basis, and there are groups all over America organizing about this, especially about the Kansas City team right now, because it's so prominent because they won
the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm.
Right.
And but I think people struggle to understand why it is insulting.
Well, it's a combination of the kind of, well, first of all, several people say in the film, Indians don't chop. I don't know why you associate that with the chop. We don't do it. Second of all, and I think one of the most important issues, and this is something Angela Walden talks about, is that it has a negative psychological effect on Native youth. And especially as they grow up, that all of a sudden they're like this object. And, a lot of it is perpetuated by my field in film and Hollywood, where they portray stereotypes, back from Tonto and the Lone Ranger. And there has been a big movement also in terms of Land O'Lakes, the butter, it's like Aunt Jemima, that there was a push on that. And it's just a cultural insult. Now, the one area that's a little gray is when tribes make their own arrangements, and that certainly happened in Florida.
Yeah.
So at least they have the power to say, yes, we want this, we agree to let us use the symbol, but mostly it's all appropriated and negative feeling.
Well, for more information, you can check out imaginingtheindian.org and on all the social media sites as well. Aviva, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
I just want to say I'm making a film on Ben Hecht, who started out in your city. So if anyone has any great Ben Hecht stories, he was a journalist for many years and then became a screenwriter. Go to benhechtfilm.org.
All right.
All right, thanks, Aviva.
Hey, Mike.
Thanks.